Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to, I think this should be one of the last set of classes that we're going to have. Working with someone to help teach Power BI, or I think next week. I'm hopeful that that class is going to happen because I want that one to be like the final class that we are going to use to close the session. So let me quickly share my screen. I hope we can still remember our password. Let's see, here we go. Can you all see my screen?
No, sir.
Okay, not yet. Okay, 1 second.
Yes, we can see now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, last week we were able to cover null values. We talked about null values. We talked about coalesces. We talked about join. We're able to join more than 2 tables using natural join. I talked about outer joins, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. What's the difference between all these ones? And I talked about cross join. I said it's also called constellation join. This week we also talked briefly on group by. Yeah, and I said we use group by whenever we have a aggregated function in use. Whenever you make use of any aggregated function, you need to group by every other column so that you can actually achieve your task. So let's quickly do a wrap up on group by. I will go to subqueries. Then we'll talk about how to create a table in Oracle and how to insert into the table. Dropping a table is just a simple command, so that will not be a very big deal. So let's start with the different kind of aggregations that we have. We have average. We talked about it some class before now. We have count. We have mean. Mean means minimum value. We have max. We have sum. We have variance. Variance. Oh my. Variance. We have distinct. Distinct. Sorry. We have standard deviation. There are a lot. Well, I'll just quickly run through a few ones that we've mentioned. Okay, let's start with average. For example, I want to know the average salary per department. So I was told to give the average salary per department. What we are trying to do is, let me bring out Excel so that I try to explain it first before I practicalize it. Okay. So we have a department called, assuming this is name, this is department name, and this is salary. So department name, sales. I have another person, Paula, is also in sales. I have another person called Femi. Femi is in IT. I have another person called Adi. Ada is also in IT. I have another person that is called George. George is in engineering. I have another person called Tommy. For me, it's also in engineering. So salary of this one is, okay, salary of this one is, salary of this one is, this one is. This one is. Yeah, so I want to know, I know their individual salaries now, but I want to know the average salary per department. So if I'm going to do it manually, what's going to happen is it's going to be splitted like this by department. So I'll have sales department. The average is sum divided by the number of occurrence. So for example, if you do this, the number of occurrence is 2. So this is the average for this department. So sales department, average salary for sales department is going to be 7,000. If I do this, is let me just copy the formula. The average salary for IT department is this. And if I do the same thing for, so where am I going? You know, before I could calculate the average department, the average salary per department, I had to separate each of the departments and do their calculation differently. So what I did is I'm grouping by. So what did I use to group these people? I used their department ID to group them before I can get the average salary of each one of them. This same thing applies to SQL. Whenever you want to do a calculation by a group, you use the group by function. Does this explanation, does it make sense? Please, I need your response. Maybe I should go by this again. Because if you understand this, I believe you'll be able to understand the principle behind group by. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay. At the time.
Yes, sir.
Does it make sense? The group by thing I did.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's now write it in a query now. So for example, I'm still going to do the same thing, but this time around, I'm going to write it as a query. First and foremost, I want to see employee table itself. Let's see how it looks like. You know, the major approach I like using is start from the simplest. I want to get the average salary by department. So first and foremost, I need to know the content of the table. That's what I've done. So I know salary is spelled salary, so I can pick salary. Comma, and what do I use to represent department here? Department ID. So if I want to calculate the average salary, okay, with this one, I can get all the salary of, okay, let me put their last name so that you see, pick it bit by bit. And I'll tell you why I'm removing anything that I need to remove. So let's see. So we have 3 columns. We have all their last name. We have all their salary. We have all their departments. But if I want to get the average salary by department, I don't need their last name again. It's only department ID and their salary that I need as an output. So if we are told, okay, give me the average salary per department. In the report, you are expecting 2 columns to come out. The department ID and the average salary. Am I right? I need a response to know whether you're following me.
Please come again.
Hello?
Hello. Please, can you repeat the question?
Hello? Hello? I
Can
can't
you
hear
hear me?
anybody. Yes.
I said, can you repeat the question again, please?
Okay. I said you are told to generate a report that has the average salary of each department in your company. So don't tell me the SQL. I want you to tell me what and what will be the output.
Would it so
So it will be
No, just tell
department
me
name.
normally what the person that asks that question, what will the person be expecting?
like the
Department
total
ID.
salary by the number of people in that department?
The average salary, and that means the person will be expecting 2 columns. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where I want
Department
to
and
get to. So you'll be expecting the department, what represents the department, and also what represents the average salary. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So the person will not be
Yes.
expecting individual names. That's what I want to bring out. Do you get? So we don't need this one. Do you get where I'm going now?
Yes.
So average, we use AVG to represent average. So I can give it an alias. I call it average, the average underscore department salary, just to give it a name that looks like what we are expecting. Salary, okay. But this will not work. Remember the principle. Before it can work, what will I do? I need to
Group by.
thank you. So the next column, next thing that will come on that will now be group by. What will I group by?
Department ID.
Thank you. So I'll group by department ID. Do I make sense?
Yes.
So I can see the average salary by department. So to be sure that I'm correct, I can just select all that the department ID is 90 to calculate it manually. Let's just see. So let's select, yes, let's select all from department. I'm sorry, from employee, where department ID equals 90. Can we still remember our normal small select? So we have 3 rows. So let's pick their department, their salary. So their salary is 24, 17, and 17. So if we are going to calculate that one manually, so we have 24,000, 17,000, and we have 2 17s, another 17. So to calculate this average is going to be, when you sum this one, we divide it by 3. Am I right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be this one divided by 3. 193333. Let's run our query again. Let's see whether we are right or we are wrong. $19,333.3.
Yeah.
That means we are correct. if you round it up to, so that's what group by is all about. Can we do one example? So I want to know, let me see when we can use group by again. Let's see. Okay, let me make it a little complex. Let's see. Okay, we can do this. Yes. I want to know the maximum salary by the job ID of our company. So for a job ID, 2 people can have the same job ID, 2 people can be a director, 5 people can be a director. So I want to know for each of these job IDs, what's the highest salary that the person that okay, for example, we have 5 directors. I want to know the director that has the highest salary. We have 3 vice presidents. I want to know the vice president that has the highest salary. So for each of the job ID, I want to know the highest salary. So that means how many columns am I going to be expecting? What and what will be the output?
Salary,
Yes.
job ID.
Job ID. And there is going to be job ID and the highest salary per job ID. So those are the 2 columns I'm going to get. Can we try it ourselves now? Highest salary. So you are not going to use average. You are going to use something else. Do I need to give you a clue?
Max.
Max, thanks. You are going to use max. Let's try. So it will still work with the same principle as average. We are going to call it as a function also. And let's see how it will work. Can we do it in 5 minutes? So if there's anybody that has finished it, you can share your screen. Anybody willing to share his screen? Is there anybody that is willing to share his screen? At this time, would you like to share his screen?
Sorry, I got it wrong, but let me just.
Please don't worry about getting it wrong. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
saying
good.
disabled, host disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay. Should be, let's see. Multiple sharing. Try it now, please. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's look at why the issue is there. From keywords not found where expected. Okay. Let's do something. Select all from employee. Let's see how job ID is written. I think that's where the mistake is from.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. Okay. Job underscore ID. You did job hyphen ID. Okay. It's still bringing the error. Okay. The other thing is dots. After department, you have a dot. It should be a comma if you want to put. Yes. It's still going to be wrong, but yes. So you are putting salary twice. It can't show individual salary because you are grouping already. So you take the second salary off. Yes. It will be correct now. Yes. Okay, let's confirm whether we are right. So can you pull this and put it inside Excel?
So like copy the results.
Yes, you can copy the result. Just right click on it. Just right click. Okay, hold on. Because you should be able to copy everything at once. Okay, maybe you have to select everything there. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have Excel.
Okay, you don't have Excel, just put inside Notepad.
Okay. Oh, I do have Excel. I just have to look for it.
Or you can just download it. You can see download on that. Where you copy it now.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just click download. Yes. I know there should be something that will make life easy for all of us. It's downloading already.
Yes.
Should I finish download? Okay, let's do something. Let's select all from employee where job ID is SA rep.
Another line or
Anyone, it will work. Where job ID equals sign. Yeah. Hyphen, inverted comma, just one. Yes. Copy this SA rep. Copy it as it is, or you can type it exactly as it is. Yeah, run now. So we have how many of them? We have 2 from the salary.
yes.
So which one, we have 2 now. Which one has the highest salary?
1/7 Ellen Abel.
Yes, and the salary is 11,000.
Yes.
So let's see whether that's the highest salary in that department, in that particular, whether that's what we got in our result. That came out the other time. Yep.
AC manager has 12,000, AD president 24,000.
No, I mean for
SA, yes, 11,000.
11,000, yes. Telling us that query worked. That's what I just wanted us to confirm. Although we are not seeing your screen. I think we just shared only that screen.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my.
No problem. No problem. That's fine. Any other person that you want us to clarify this, or if we are all on the same page, we can move to the next thing. Thank you so much, Adetayo.
I need some
Bro, Aditi, you
clarification,
wanted
please, sir.
to share something.
I need some clarification on this one. On the marks.
Hello, can I see your screen? Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so this was how I did the first one.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
set invalid table name.
Yeah, comma after employees.
Okay. Yeah.
You put comma in columns. It's when you have multiple tables, that's when you put comma to separate them.
Okay.
But if you have only one table, you don't even need comma for multiple tables. You just use join.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, that's it now.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's what you want to clarify.
Yes, that's just all. Yeah.
Okay. So you still stays, assuming we want to get the smallest salary by job ID, how do we do it?
Okay. So we go for the new.
You can just copy and paste the one on top so that it can be faster. Yes. So what we just need to do is just to change the function.
Yeah.
We'll pick the smallest. Okay. So I want somebody else to do it. If you want to count each employee each employee by job ID, each employee we have on a job ID, how do we go about it? EKY, can you try? The number of employees that we have on each job ID.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how are you now?
I'm very fine, thank you, sir. Sorry, I missed most of the class, so I'm just trying to catch up.
Okay. So, Adita, you try. You want to count the number of employee in each job ID.
Okay, so
It's still grouped by, but this time around, we are doing counts. I've given you a clue. Can you share your screen, please?
okay, so
For me, I'll copy that of old code just to make life easy. I just copy and make changes. Yeah.
count employees.
Okay.
You said I should count employees from where, sir?
I count the number of employees by job ID.
As, ID. I'm not sure I should have the second employees, but
And you are using it as an alias, the name of the column.
job ID from. Let me try first.
It will not work, but I just want you to run it. Change the name of the employee first. That's not the reason why it's not running. You
Employee.
can just call it employee count or something, but that's not the reason why it's not running. You don't leave a space. Underscore.
So let's count employees as employee.
Underscore. Yes, or you join it together. Yeah. Okay. So it's not going to run. Run it again. It's not going to run.
Job ID.
The reason why it's not running is because of the count you are doing. You are counting a column that doesn't exist. If you can see invalid identifier. Employees is not a column.
Underscore ID.
I think yes, employee underscore ID. But it's employees, not employees. So employee underscore ID. Yeah. So for each department, we can see for AC accounting, we have only one person. Can you scroll down? For AC manager, we have only one person. For sales rep, we have 3. For IT programmer, we have 3, just to count. So another easy way to do count is it works only for count. Is instead of putting employee ID, you can put star. Change the employee ID to star.
It means count everything.
Yes, it means count all the rows that are there. Now divide them by job ID. It will do exactly the same thing that this one did. Shall we? Yeah. You can still do it in another way. But all these things work with count. Okay, I want to count the first column in my database. So instead of using star, you change star to 1. Let's run again. But what's the danger of this one? If column 1 has null value in a particular column, as in that column 1, if there's any of the field that is not filled, it's not going to count it. So for example, if there is a field that there is no value, if it's 3 before, when you did star, and there's one that is no value, it's going to be 2, it's going to return 2. So it depends on how and what the tax is all about. If the tax is to count everybody, you use that. If the count is to count a specific column, maybe using ID, and ID is on the first column, it's either you type ID, the name ID, the name, whatsoever the name of the ID is in the column, or you type 1.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But you type 1 when you are sure that there are
When you
no
are sure, yes.
Okay.
When you are sure. So to be on the safer side, just type star, or you type the column name as we did. Okay, so thank you so much. Let me start sharing back. Okay, so if we've talked about some of this, all other ones work the same way that this guy works. So if you want to sum also, you just put sum. So I want to sum all the salary. I want to know total salary that we are paying per department. All what I need to do is just change that array to sum. So it gives me this different salary per department. So let's go into the next thing that we want to talk about now. We want to talk about subqueries. What are subqueries? Whenever we hear the word sub means there's one inside another one. So when and why do we use subqueries? We use subqueries if we have the answer to one question is inside another table. So we can actually use a subquery. So for example, I want to know, I have 2 tables. The first table is department. Okay. So inside department, I know there is, we have location ID. So I want to know the employees that their location ID is 180. I want to know all the employees that their location ID is 180. But those employees are not in this table. And I know the only way I can link this table to employee is using department ID, because department ID is inside employee too. Okay. So I get department ID somewhere here. All right. But inside department ID, inside employee, I don't have location ID. I will have just come to this place and get the location ID straight. So I want to know the details of all the employees that their location, sorry, location ID is 1088. So first and foremost, I need to get out the department ID because that's the only way I can link up this table. So how do I get their department ID? I do select all from department where location ID is. So this will give me from department where location ID. I think I spelled the location ID wrongly.
You put equal to twice.
It's correct. Or probably string then. Where location ID is 118. Okay. Missing expression. What am I missing out? Department. Location ID. Let me copy. Oh, I put the equals to in front of it. And this should not be here. Okay, so I have gotten the department. The department is 20, but it's only department that I want to get so that I can feed the department into this one. So I can do it in two ways. I know the department now. Department is 20. So I can just come inside employee and just put where department is 20. So I have how many outputs? I just want to see. We have two outputs. We have Michael and Pat. But that's a crude way of doing it. So how can I do it in a more easier way? So I do. This first query will give me my department, which is 20. It gives me the output 20. So I feed in this query into this one. So I'll say select all from employee where department equals. If it's giving me only one output, like this one is giving me, I use equals. But it's safer you use in. In means no matter the number of outputs that this query is bringing, it should still be able to take it. So if I do, the subquery will now be inside a bracket. So this one inside it is the output of this one that is going to determine what this one is going to give to me. So by the time I merge them together and run them together, instead of doing it twice, getting 20 and putting 20 inside that one, I can just run it once. Michael and Pat. Please put on your mic. What I did down, does it make sense to you?
A bit confused.
Okay, thank you. Any other person? I just want to know where
As well.
where the problem is from so that I can take everybody at once. Every other additive, does it make sense?
Yes,
It's a bit not clear.
Yes, select all from employees where the department ID is.
Okay.
And it no longer, from that point, I don't understand what we're doing anymore.
Okay, so you understand if I do this, where is 20? Do you understand this one?
Yes, so that means select all employees where their department ID is 20.
is 20. Yes. So the question was that I need people that their location ID is 18,000. But if you check inside department, there is nothing like location ID. Can you see? But I know inside department, there is inside department, there is location ID. I just want to run only this one, selector from department. I know their location ID is inside department. This is their location ID. And this is it. I know this one. So how do I know the employee that is location ID is 1800. The only way I can I can know it is first get the ID, department ID of that employee, now feed it into the table where I can get department ID. So I said manually, I can just come here, do select, or if I want to get, let's remove all this. If I want to get the employee, get department, or the details of department where location ID is this, I can just select, do this normally. Yeah. This will give me the department.
Yes.
But I can't feed this into this table. This table will give me details. Okay, department ID is 20. Name of department is marketing. Department manager of that department is this one and this one. But this is not this report that I was asked. I was asked to give the details of the employee. I mean, everything about the employee, that the location ID is this. So for example, you have so many branches. You have one in Lupeju, another one in Abati, another one in Scotland, another one. Now said, I want all the staffs that work, I want the details of all the staff that work in Aberdeen. And if I go into employee, there's nothing relating to the location here inside the employee. Do you get?
Mm-hmm.
So the only place that I can get something related to employee and to location is inside department table. So I'll come inside department table, look for Aberdeen, assuming this is Aberdeen.
Mm-hmm.
I now check how many people, how many departments are there in Aberdeen. I can see that it's only marketing department. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
And marketing department is called 20. So I go back into the table that has employee. I will now go and look for all the people that their department ID is 20. Does that make sense?
Yes.
No. I don't want to hear yes if it's not yes.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't. That
Yeah,
one is straightforward.
yeah.
Forget
Yeah.
about SQL now. Let's do English.
Because it tells me that location ID, those who
Mhm.
have this location ID from departments, that's 20. That department ID is 20. It's only department 20 that
Yeah.
has a location ID of 1800.
Yes. So
So
I can go and check
you
that
can
one.
check from employees that
Employee.
anybody whose department ID from employees is 20, it means that person is also located in 1800.
Ah, thank you. That means you get the principle. Any other person, do I need to explain it again? Please, if you don't understand it, please don't be ashamed to say you don't get it. I will explain. It might just be that the way I'm explaining it's not correlating with you. I can twist it again. Is there any other person? If it's quiet, that means everybody's getting it. Okay, happy. So let's now do our SQL now. So you remember you said the only thing that you used to pick, that means it's not star that you use, Abby. You use department ID. Do you get what I'm saying? What I'm trying to do now? So what you did using your normal, just doing it in English language is that you first got 20, Abby. So how do I get 20? I'll just select the only column that can be linked to the other table. I get it out from wherever I can get it, where the condition is this. Do you understand it to this level?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro Aditi, bro
Yes, I
Jeremiah,
understand.
bro EKY. Do you understand it to this level?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that means we are good to this level. So this one that we just got is called the subquery. All what you need to do to this is just you put a bracket in front and at the back. You have made it a subquery. So this one that is 20 that we went to search inside this table, instead of putting it directly here and running the query, I just delete this 20 that I put there. And I had my subquery there. It's going to work. Why? Because it's just one figure that is bringing out. But assuming I have 20, 30, 40, equals is not going to, something, when you say something is equal to, in mathematics, we'll say it's only one figure that is equal to later you can use multiple. But in mathematics, we always say something is equal to just one thing. My normal mathematics. So if I run this, it's going to run. But they gave me a more difficult task. They now said, I don't want only people that are living in Aberdeen. I want people that are living in Aberdeen. Those people that their office is in Aberdeen or is also is in Aberdeen and is in Lagos. So assuming the code for Lagos is 1700, equal to will not work again here too. So it will turn it to in. So when you have multiple values, instead of putting equal to, it's going to change to in. You will now open a bracket, you put a comma. So we put 1700, we close the bracket. So whenever you have more than a value that you are comparing, whether it's here or anywhere, whenever you are comparing two things and it's more than a value, you change it from equal to in. So I want to see the department ID now that has this. So can we see a lot? 10, 20, 90, this one, 110, 190. We have 5 of them. So if I try to use equal to, you are going to see what it's going to tell me now. It's going to tell me it's not possible because we have more than one value and we are trying to search for the employee. See? A single row subquery returns more than one row. So it returns it returns 5 rows. So if it returns 5 rows, the only way I can feed in 5 rows into this one is by converting this one to in. So if I try it now, so it will give me all these guys. So we check their ID. Their ID must be part of those IDs that we specified. Does it make sense? Response, does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
It does.
Okay. Okay. Can we do a little, can I turn it a little bit? Let's see whether we can actually do it. Okay. So I want to know the location ID. I'm twisting it now. The location ID of employees that their salary is greater than 17,000. I want to know all the locations of the employee that their salary is greater than 17,000. Can we try? So what do we do? Can we do that in 5 minutes? That's 2:10. 5-6 minutes. Shall we? I want to know all the, give me the location ID of all employees that have salary greater than 17,000. Shall we? So this is the problem statement. So I want only their location IDs. If their location ID is 188 and another one's location ID is 100, I don't know it. I'm just typing rubbish. And this one, the other one is this. I want to know just their location ID of all the employees that their salary is greater than this. So who is sharing is our screen? Is anybody sharing is our screen? Hello.
Sorry, sir, I'm still trying to make sense of.
Okay, first and foremost, let's break the tax into two. Whenever you have a whenever you have a tax that is difficult, you try to break it into two. One, you have a tax that shows, that gives, okay, we want to get the location, our endpoint is location ID, but our start point is anybody that the salary is greater than 17,000. So first and foremost, get all the people that their salary is 17,000. When you get it, how do you now, what do you use to link their location? What is inside that table that you have the salaries of people that are above 17,000? What's inside there that you can use to link where you can get location ID? Location ID is found inside department's table. So how do you link it? I've broken it into two tasks for you now. So how do you go about that? Do I make sense? Have I given you any clue? Hello? Please, can you put on your mics, everybody, please? Hello? Did I give you
Yes.
any clue? Any clue?
It's a clue, but let's see how it goes.
Okay, it's not helping. The clue did not help.
Select all.
Okay. Okay, let's make it simple, just like we made the first one simple. I want to know the location where we have the people that we pay high salary. So you now ask me, okay, what do you call I? I say anybody that's being paid 17,000 pounds per month and above. I want to know their location. So the first thing you do is you need to get those people that are paid 17,000 already. So you go into the table where you get some people that are paid 17,000, get their details. When you get their details, which part of their details can you use to check their location? The only department. The only way you can know where their location is their department. Their department's location is where they will be sitting. So, and how do you get department inside the employees table? Department ID. So that means your subquery is going to be what will give you the department ID of people that their salary is greater than 17,000. So you now feed it in as if you are just getting the location ID for people that you know their department ID. So you already, that first subquery is going to give you their department ID. So you put it in. Okay, you can separate, the first thing is, okay, you've gotten the department ID. You can pick one out of that department ID.
There's
Check the
just
location.
one. There's just, so when I run the first one, the department ID is 90, but I don't know how to feed it into
the other one. So you open a bracket, you close the bracket, you put and close that first query inside the bracket. Right? Have you done that?
Yes.
Share your screen, please.
Okay.
So that we'll learn together. Please, if you feel like sharing your screen too, please don't hold back. So this one gives, okay, run it again.
Without the bracket.
No, okay, this is the output. It's only Steve that the salary is higher than this. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so we want to get the location now. Leave this query. Write the query that gives us location.
This is where I get lost.
No, now location. Where do we get location on which table?
Department.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, run it. Let's see. No. Drawn only the first one. Only the first one. I'm only the last one. Sorry. Okay, we have seen all the locations that we have. So
Sure. Let me just select. It's wrong again.
Quality sign instead of is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I said you should put equality sign instead of is.
Oh,
hello.
okay.
Okay, sorry. I think my internet went off. Okay, you are starting all over again.
Yes.
Okay. So we already have this one. So now you already know the person that the salary is greater than 17,000. So what do you use to get the location of that person inside this table?
So should I bring this in?
No, let's do it like someone that is just learning.
Okay.
You already know the what is inside the first table, which is employee, that you use to check the location in department.
So location in department.
Do
90.
select 90. Thank you. So what's 90?
Department
Location.
Department
ID.
Thank you so much. So now do where department ID is 90. Okay, run that query. Okay, we have seen that the person's location is 1700, But I want to see other details apart from the person's location. Can you change the location ID to star? So we have seen that the person's ID is 90 truly. Person's an executive, that's why he's collecting that big money. Person's manager ID is 100, and the person's location is 1700. So look at it now. The first query that we got gave us all the details, the first query. But what exactly do you need from the first query? Is it all the details?
Location ID.
No, the
No,
first
just the
query.
salary.
No, the first query. How do you know what is this 90?
Location.
The department ID.
Department ID now. So it's only department ID I need in this first table, in the first table. So put instead of star in the first table on top in the first query.
Select department ID.
Yes. So run the first one again. Let's see whether it's still that 90. Can you see it's 90?
Yeah.
Okay. So where you put 90, delete 90, copy this query, put it inside a bracket and put it in 90. Delete 90. Yes. Open and close a bracket. A normal bracket too. Open and close a normal bracket. And close. Okay. Put that query inside it. So run everything together now. Do you get what we just did now?
Select all from departments.
Don't do SQL. Let's do English.
Yes, so you are taking every.
So normally you are meant to feed 90 into it, but you didn't feed 90 into it. You gave me the query that gave you 90. You use it to replace 90.
Okay. So.
Or you want to go over it again?
Yes, you're selecting every.
You are using SQL to do it. It will be difficult if you use SQL to. Let's use English. Should we go one more time?
Every employee that their salary is more than 17,000.
Okay. You want to get all the employees that their salary is more than 17,000. When you got it out, which part of it did you take that you want to use to get the allocation? Which part of it?
Department ID.
Good.
Department.
So that means the first query you will need to write is the query that will give you the department ID of the people that their salary is 17,000. English, does that make sense in English? Don't write SQL in your head.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So if you can get that query, you are halfway. You leave that query. You now go to the query, another query that will give you the location details. So where do you get your location details? Select all from. Talk to me now. Anybody?
Department.
From department. So which location do you want to get? You want to get the location that is 90, since you have seen the answer inside that place. Am I right?
Yeah.
So instead of that 90 now use the query that you used to get 90 to substitute 90.
Okay.
Okay, I don't like it.
Okay, so write your two queries separately. Put one in brackets.
Yes. Write your two queries separately. So what do we want to do? Just like the other one. We want to know their location. The location of anybody that his salary is greater than 17,000 pounds. First and foremost, let me get those people that their salary is more than 17,000 pounds. That's what you did first. So when you got it out, you were able to scan through the table and see what you can use to know their location. And what is that thing? Their department ID. So if you bring out that department ID yourself, you can write a query. You know department ID is 90. You can write a query against another table, which is called department, to know their location. Am I right?
Yes.
So instead of putting that 90 to get their location, just change that 90 to the query you used to get 90, and you
Yes.
put it inside brackets.
So show me all the departments where the department ID also shows all the employees getting salary more than 17,000.
Yes. So
I get-
if you say you understand, I'm going to give you another one. Everybody, shall we?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's get the department details of those people that their salary is higher than £15,000. Same thing, but this time around, we are going to knock out equals to. We are not going to use equals to now. Where their salary is greater than £15,000. Shall we? I want to see their allocation details. So we'll do that in 2 minutes. I have 40 more minutes to go, so that we can go into creation of tables. Next week, I want you to download Power BI on your laptop and install it. So I'm talking to one of my friends that will take you through Power BI, how to do visualization. And let me share this. Our company is recruiting people that want to join the academy. So how does the academy works? The academy, they will train you. They expect you to have basic knowledge, which I think with this SQL class you already have basic knowledge, and they will train you how to become a data engineer, data analyst, or become a business analyst. So I'm going to share the link now. I will advise, I pray it has not closed. I would advise that you quickly enroll. And the academy, someone told me, will I be paying money? No, I said, the academy they are the one that will be paying you money. So they are teaching you and they are paying you salary. So I think it's a good one if we can actually, or
Sorry,
for
sir.
student. Yeah.
So how many hours would one need to commit for such for the academy? And would it be on a weekly?
No,
basis
it's
or-
in London, so you won't commit. I don't commit to work. I work 100% remote.
Oh, so for this academy too is remote as well.
I think so. For me, I feel first try. So if it doesn't work for you, they didn't tell me the details, but I was told they are starting like an academy. So I think it's a good one if you can try. And they are paying as much as 30,000, although it's small for some of us on this call. They are paying as much as £30,000 per annum, and they will still be teaching you. And normally you are meant to pay, but they are not paying. This is the link to the academy. So please, if you can enroll, I've shared it in the chat, on the chat.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. But I don't know whether they are going to take students. I don't know, but don't just give up. Just give it a try. So whatever they say, if they say they don't take students, you can just tell them, okay, can you apply when you are done or something, just to keep the door opened. Okay.
Should we apply on the academy before the class next week?
Yes, and apply today after the class, so please. It will close. It's just, it's an opening that everybody wants. Everybody wants to start doing data. So, you know, the way they try to structure, they try to take everybody from different social cultural background. So there will be a certain percentage that Blacks can take. This Chinese, people from Britain and all different parts of the world, Indians and the likes. So I would advise that it's first come, first served. They are going to do it. They've gotten the number of people they want. They close the academy. So it's better you just do it as quickly as possible. Okay. Yeah. So anybody helping me out? Can somebody share his or her screen? Let's see what we got there. Good. Perfect. Okay. Department, yes. Where the salary is more than, yes, it's correct. But your output, I thought it would be more than this.
Yeah, so when I used equal, like I used in the first one, it told me there are more than one row.
One, yes.
So I then changed that equal to in.
Yes. So is this the output? Is this just one?
Everything is showing.
Oh, it's just one. I thought there were multiple. Can you run that 15,000? That just the subquery, the one inside. Okay. All of them, they are executive. Okay, can you really reduce the money to 7,000? I just wanted to give us more output. That's why I did that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's what I wanted to know. Okay. So from here, you can actually pick the allocation. Do we all get what we did now? ESK, Mr. Benjamin, and I think Aditi.
So I have a question. If I want only...
Well, I'm just following the class.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I will need to talk to you after today's class.
Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. Okay.
If the only column I want to see is the location ID, is that where I then use the group by?
No, if you want to see only the location, it's your star that you change. You change your star to the location, to the column name you want to see.
Okay, okay.
That star. No, you can do it right away.
So select only location ID.
Yes. You know, the beauty about IT is that IT is practical. Nobody needs to lie to you. If it doesn't work, that means it's wrong.
Okay.
That's the beauty of IT. And if it's wrong, you can find a solution to it. That's how you learn. You don't, when it's not working, you don't just drop it. You make sure it works. When you make sure it works, by the next time you do it, it will be easier because you've already learned how it works. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you got it. Aditi, Alpha.
Yes, I did.
It's still working on it. Sorry.
Please let me share your screen. Please don't hold on, and I don't want to move on when everybody has not gotten it. At least I can't say everybody because I know some of us will miss some classes, but for at least I want most of us to be following. That's just what I usually love doing. I don't want to drop anybody. I want to try as much as possible to move everybody. Okay, your screen is small. I can't see. It's telling us from key, something
Okay,
from, yeah. Well, you are from top of my head. I think your star and your from is together. Put a space. I think that will help. Yes, let's see. Run again. Still having a problem.
Yeah.
hold on. Okay. See, the subquery doesn't have a table name. The subquery is the one inside the bracket. So
Yeah.
from which table? Yeah. You got it. There's no salary inside departments. The table should not be departments. The subquery table. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Employees.
Yeah. You understand what we did now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I just want to be sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We said we should reduce it to 7,000. Let's see.
Okay.
I want to see more output. Try as much as possible to put a space between, don't join everything together. Just one space is enough. If you put 1 million spaces, it will run, but don't model it together. If you model it together, it will see it as one single statement. Yeah. So this should give us more. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other person? ESK, are you following? I just want to. Hello? Hello? EKY, sorry, I say ESK.
No, sir.
Okay, are you following us?
Yeah. I got the 15,000 pounds one though.
Oh, okay. So the 7,000 is just to change it to 15 to 7,000. Or do you want to share your screen?
Yes, I can share it.
Okay. No, if you are not, it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is you are getting it. That's what I just want to pay.
I'm not sure if you can see the screen.
Yes, it's quite small, but I can manage. Yes. I think it's fine. Yeah. I think it's fine. Good. Okay. So let's go to the next thing. How many minutes do I have left? I want us to close this today. Let's do creating table, inserting to a table. So let's give that a shot. Okay, where is my observer? There we go. I clear this off my screen. So how do we create a table? Just create table. The name of the table, let's call it FOL, Fountain of Life, Church, sample data. Okay. FOL details. We want to create table for church members. Details. Okay. So after writing this create table, the name of the table, you open a bracket, you close the bracket. Let's start from the simplest one. So for example, you want to get their first name. So you write first. Remember our simple laws. You can't write first space name. It's either you do first name like this, or you do first underscore name. You get. So the next thing, let's leave it at this. So these are the columns like this. These are the ones that we are creating the columns now. What will be stored inside? So you do create name of table, name of table from, this is where we are going to be selecting from their first name. So the first name, how is it stored? First name is stored in words. They are not in figure. So we call that VARCHAR. VARCHAR. And whenever you talk about VARCHAR, you must talk about the highest number of characters it can take. So for example, no matter what, someone's name cannot be longer than 100. Abi? As in first name, not first name and last name. Even if your name is Shokuluko Bangoshi. Okay, so first name, the value, the count or the type of data and the count of that data. And also you might want to put null, not null. This means that for first name, the person must always put in the first name. If it doesn't put in first name, you will not take it. So you go comma, you go to the next thing. So you want the person also you want to get the last name of the people. Last name, let's leave it at the same. The last name must not be longer than this. I'll just do a short table so that we can. And also maybe you want to pick the date of birth of that particular person, DOP. And date of birth is stored as date. And let's leave it at that. So let's create our first table. Let's run. Table created. So how do you create a table? It's just very simple. You just create table, the name of the table. You open a bracket, you close the bracket. The columns that you want to appear in the table, you put their names. So after putting their names, you specify the kind of data type. If it's VACA, you must specify immediately after it the length of the VACA. If it's number, you don't need to specify, you just put, for number, you just put number. You don't need to specify the length of the number. And if it's not null means you must always supply something. For date now, I didn't put not null. That means if you like, you can give me your date of birth. If you don't like, you can leave it. So if I do select all, this table doesn't exist before now until I created it. If I do select all from FOL details now, FOL details will be inside this place, but it's going to be empty because I've not inserted anything. Did I call it FOL detail or details? FOL. Oh, sorry. I meant to commit what I've done. Commit. So committing means let it appear. Statements automatically committed. So why can't I find them for details? Let's see. Data not found. At least should show me. Oh, no data found. It means it's empty. I didn't read that very well. So let me insert into F1. So how do we insert? We insert into, just English. We insert into FOL. What do you want to insert? We open bracket, we close bracket. What do you want to insert into FOL? You need to mention the columns that we have inside FOL. We have first name. Don't worry, we'll go over it. We'll go over it again. I just want to show you. We have first name, comma. We have last name. You mention all the column names first. But this time around, you don't need to put VACA. It's when you are creating it, that's when you put VACA. First name, last name, and date of birth. So this is the syntax for inserting. But what do you want to insert? You want to insert values. Which values do you want to insert? You put inside bracket. First name. last name. Remember how we put, whenever we are specifying VACA, and date of birth. Date of birth will be 15 February. Okay, so let's run and see. Let's insert into the table. Okay, it's telling me the month is wrong. He wants me to spell the month as Feb. Feb. Let's see. Yeah. So if I run select all again, it will not tell me no data to show me the data I just put inside. Okay. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So can we create our own table too? I don't want you to limit it to only these columns. I want you to create what else? Address. I won't tell you to do it. I'll just tell you. I'll just address. I'll add. Address is double R, double S. Am I right? Yeah. Address and what other thing? The way departments that you are working. Departments name. If you are working in a department. And okay, let's leave it at that. Shall we? Let's create our first table. You can call it FOL details. You can call it FOL details one. You can call it any. Let's attempt it. Shall we? Can we do that in 3 minutes? Let me share this query with you. Maybe you can just build on it and tell you other things that these are the other things that. Now our insert statement. Let me share our insert statement also. So for example, let me insert another record inside. Yeah, 2 records. So I have 2 records inside my database. Yep. So you should be able to write your insert statement after you have created your table. Just create a table that is slightly different from mine, add more columns to it. And let's see how. Is there anybody that has finished? Anybody wants to share each other's screen? Hello. Hello. Is there anybody that wants to share his or her screen, please? Thank you. Bro, Aditi, you stop sharing. Hello? Yeah. Oh, thank you. You've created the table. You've added address. Perfect. Would you like to insert into the table in front of all of us? Insert into the name of the table. The name of the table. Data bootcamp. Thank you. Yeah. The column names. Yeah. So the values. Okay. Comma. You need to separate it with comma. Don't forget. Yeah. Okay. Why don't you write full? It's going to do 00990 at the date of birth. No. Oracle doesn't take 04. Yes. APR. Yeah. Just APR. It doesn't matter whether it's small letter or big letter, anyway. APR, yeah. But it's the year that you specify year. It's full. Inverted comma, you didn't close that. Address. If you write your address tomorrow, you see all of us in the house. Come and eat rice. So that too will be inside inverted comma. Yeah, you didn't open it. Yeah, opening inverted comma. Perfect. Let's run. Yes. Let's select all from the table. Let's see. Yeah. Great. Any other person? Sister Alitayo,
Yes, sir.
Oh,
are you ready for us?
right.
Don't worry, I understand. Okay, you've created the table. You want to insert. Okay. Okay. Are you running it? I can't hear you again.
Okay.
How?
So that it's not
I'll run it.
It's not going to run. Let me tell you before you run it, or run it. is telling you something. Missing your inverted commas. Choir should have
Okay.
inverted commas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stretched it. It's just.
Yeah. Address should have inverted commas.
Are you stretching it?
Yeah, we have 11 minutes to go.
Yes. No pass.
This
Take
is
it.
what-
Everybody, pick it up.
Yeah, we should run now.
There. Where is it? What's it?
Missing comma. You didn't put comma between your first name and your last name inside values.
First name,
Adetayo.
comma, last.
Adetayo.
Yes.
Adetayo,
Okay, comma. Okay.
Good try, Barry. Adiola, I need
Could you
do we need to
move
make
away
sure that
from
there's
this
no
place?
white thing?
Yeah. So select all from your table. How many minutes do I have left? Let's see. I have 10 minutes more. Yay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, any other person? Okay. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Thanks. I think I've gone through all I have from my own side. Next week, I want you to, I don't know whether we can actually quickly install. I don't know how fast your internet is like. Maybe we can install Power BI first thing next week, Saturday. We'll start by 12. We'll install the Power BI. After installing Power BI, I'm thinking of two people. Is either a female or a male will come in and actually teach you that Power BI. I will stay at the background and just listen. If there's anything I need to put into it, I will do that. So thank you everyone for coming. Next week we are going to be talking about a project also after the Power BI. So we'll talk about the project, and I want everybody to participate in the project. Just do a project yourself and see how it looks like to do something from the scratch to the end. I know some of us were in school and you already have loads and loads of things that you are doing, or I will encourage us to put in as much as possible into it. The class is likely going to end next week, or from my own side, the class has ended today. Thank you very much for coming. See you some other time, maybe in another course.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Sam. Thank you for everyone who are able to show up. Also, apologize for dragging this class this long. I think, hello?
No, I wanted the coach's attention.
Okay.
Yeah. After the class, I'm
Okay.
waiting.
I'll wait for you after the class.
Thank you.
Broshan, can you spare some time?